Hello, Cancers. This is Queen Amura coming to you with your general reading. All right, Cancers, let's do it. Let's see what's going on. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Okay, this reading is going to be for the 26th of September through October the 3rd. On the 29th/30th, we have a first quarter moon in Capricorn, which is your polarity sign, right? When the moon moves through Capricorn, you could feel it in your back, your hair, your through your veins, your joints, that kind of things. Like you've been carrying emotions up the side of a hill. Their symbol is the sea goat, right? SEA, like a sea of emotions. You could have been like, as you're trying to ascend, you could have been carrying a lot of emotions on your back and picking up on something, like really pick up on something. I feel like something from your bloodline is going to come out and people are going to be shocked. Like, I think well, what I'm picking up on is that some kind of a revelation from your bloodline is going to come out, and people are going to have mixed emotions about some things. They're not going to know what to believe. Something is just going to be so overwhelming, but it's going to add to your high priestess gifts and add to why you're thriving behind closed doors. It's almost like discovering a family member, like how did you inherit so many gifts? A lot of it is having to have a whole lot to do with, like, a gift could be the baton could be passed, like high priestess gifts could be passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. And a lot of people could say, I don't want that. It's like an old dilapidated house that somebody says, I don't even see the value in that. It's going to take too much money to fix that house up. It's going to take the taxes. It's just too much work to do. It's almost like this with your gifts, with your high priestess gifts. The challenge is like being pulled into something. Like you're finally putting the past behind you, but it's two energies that really want to pull you into something. They like, no, your gifts are too. And you're like, nah, I want to put the past behind me, kind of that thing. So that's going to be that may be a challenge for you all. Because whereas people were thinking that you were riding, what is the saying? Where people were thinking that you were on a high horse, really you've learned how to rise above the judgment with your gifts, right? A person who knows how to protect their water is very, very valuable. Like you're kind of sort of staying away from, unhealthy sexual practices. You're staying away from alcohol. You're staying away from any kind of thing that would distort that would contaminate your water. That's why somebody's gifts are so overwhelming. Because you're keeping your water clean. This doesn't mean that you're a perfect human being. It just means that you're intentionally keeping your water clean. You're trying to eat as healthy as you can, whoever you are, right? So let's get into your reading. And so some energy, and this is what Source's way of balancing things out for you. Generationally, it's like a baton has been passed from one generation to the next. It was meant, whoever you are, for you to live a soft life. Whoever you are, generationally, it was meant for you to live a soft life and to show your family. This is what a soft life looks like. But this is the other side of what it looks like when you pass on a gift. Like, what's the saying is like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I think that's the gift. If I'm wrong, y'all correct me. Y'all know I don't have a problem with that. Put the comment below if that's the right saying. But my point is, we're not talking about man, we're talking about human, okay? So one human's trash would be another human's treasure. I'll just put it that way, okay? All right, let's set the tone for your reading. And we're going to just dive right in. All right, stop dating people that represent your shadow self. Yeah. See, people that represent people from your past, because I feel like somebody may be getting ready to either get into a new relationship, or the person that you're with is getting ready to see you through a whole nother lens. I feel like I'm getting a real good feeling from this reading for you all. It's going to continue to speak to why you thrive behind closed doors. Now, Cancers already speak up for you all. I already try to explain how you all are to people. Like you all are very comfortable homebodies, right? But the more and more you learn how to protect your water, the stronger and stronger I feel like somebody's gifts are going to become. So you're no longer going to be dating people that represent your shadow self, because people could have thought that you were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in the past, and they were obsessed with bringing judgment down on your spiritual gifts. And I feel like something about you're about to be put in the spotlight, whoever you are. Start packing, your new dream home is loading. You're about to be put in the spotlight for something. Yeah. A lot of people, this is water, this is water, this connects us with 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 water. And so people were thinking that, see, but oh my gosh, I'm trying to get it all out. This lets me know that so many people passed on the gifts that they were giving, because they're looking at it in a physical sense, that you just was like, the gifts was being piled on you. You were like, okay, I can handle that. I can take it. I can take it. Some of y'all may carry your like water weight, because you carry so many spiritual gifts. It's really not even funny. It's just overwhelming. For like this person right here is just drowning. Yeah, your gifts are somebody's gifts. That's why, that may be why you cry a lot. Like it's like you're grieving, like you're constantly in grief, like you're holding so many other people's emotions. You can relate to so many people. It's not even funny. Like literally everybody under this moon, under the sun. You hold so many secrets, so much secret wisdom. It's really not funny. So let's get into it. But I feel like something is about to come out about your family that may be overwhelming to everybody. Like, how the world this person all of these gifts, have all of these gifts. That's what I mean by overwhelming. This high priestess gifts. So let's do it. All right. So the eclipse energy continues to really ripple through, bringing endings, revelations, and transformations. So major transformations are happening here because of your gifts. The current energy for you all is the moon card. And this opens your card spread. And so spirit highlights intuition, dreams, and hidden truths. And so you are deeply attuned to unseen realms this week. I feel like, I don't know why I keep hearing, because I'm seeing all of these stars. I'm seeing all these stars around the moon. I'm seeing all these stars around this moon here. And I'm seeing all of these birds around you. So if you've been seeing a lot of birds lately, what I'm seeing in the spiritual realm for whoever you are is, your gifts are so potent that, and again, take only what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. But somebody's gifts are so potent, your ancestors are really kind of sort of giving you a preview of the protection in the physical realm that you're about to have, right? Like if somebody is really a celebrity, like, okay, oh my God, we had no idea. How did they connect these dots? Like, what the heck? That kind of energy, all right? So you're seeing a lot of birds right now. Your ancestors could be ready to tell you, as many birds as you see around you, that's how many energies you're about to have. Like I feel like somebody's about to be really famous for something. So, and I feel like somebody could be also wanting to marry you too. So because something about your energy, so something about, so let's continue on. So 5 of Cups here. The challenge lies in emotional release. And so spirit asks you to grieve what has passed, but not to lose sight of the blessing still present here. Okay. So I feel like some of you all carry so much water in you, and I'm talking about your gifts, that, and I did see, so thank you for those of you all put the comments below in the previous video, that people may consider you as a crybaby. They may say, oh, I was just joking. You may have found yourself crying, like, you know, like people like, how, as big as they are, they crying like a 5-year-old. Like they just cry easily because you have so much. That's why I always tell people that's not a sign of weakness. You could be feeling like, this is the way I pick up on your energy, whoever you are, is when you cry, you see it as that's going to be the last time you see them, right? Not that you're a crybaby, but that this is going to be the last time I'm going to see you. Because you're picking up on their grief. Like it's almost like, okay, like it's not that they're dying, but that the cycle is closing. Like I feel like somebody did something so overwhelming that if you're crying about it, it's just more of a release. Like, okay, this is going to be the last time I'm going to see you. This is over. Like, this is dead. This situation, I'm putting a manhole cover over the past. This is something that I need to put behind me. Your intuition is telling you something. Yeah. You're getting to the root of something, and it's your high priestess gifts, right? And so at your foundation is sacred wisdom. So spirit urges you to trust your inner voice and allow divine guidance to unfold. Past influences would have been the 10 of swords here, right? Usually 10 of swords, you got 10 swords in your back, bleeding out, behind closed doors. People, some people may have found out that you were thriving behind closed doors, right? And it may have really set some people off, and they may have wanted to make you cry. But this right here lets me know that their karma is happening. And so your tears would really be for them. Like, that's the end. Like something is the end. For somebody to drag you and somebody else into something, that's the end of that. That's the end of it forever. Not going to see you this lifetime, next 8 lifetimes, 20 lifetimes. Right? So somebody's karma is so... it's literally like somebody will be serving a 20-year life sentence, like 20 lifetimes, right? In the spiritual sense, maybe in the physical sense, but in like 20 lifetimes, right? Which obviously you can't serve 20 lifetimes in this, but the karma is going to go down like, you know, that's something, some kind of karma is happening here. So the 10 of swords is a painful ending of a karmic closure is behind you. And so the cycle has ended to free you for renewal. And so this Chariot card is your conscience influence. And so this is your card appears here. It's a sign of strength, movement, and direction that you are consciously seeking to move forward with purpose, right? And so near future is judgment. This is a spiritual awakening is on the horizon. So this week may bring revelations or a call to step fully into your higher truth. I'm looking at your cards here. But something is going to add to your peace. 2 symbolizes the number of peace, like the peace sign. Something is going to add to your peace. So you're learning how to rise above judgment here. Something happened behind your back with either someone you were married to, and something involving whoever was holding that last sword in their hand. So whoever is closest to you and somebody you were married to, something overwhelming happened to drag you and somebody into something, and your high priestess gifts have been on point. You see how this person has their eyes closed? You were having dreams or some downloads about something. Remember, time is relative, right? And it disrupted your peace. Like somebody went through an initiation process, this dark side and light side here. And so you were enlightened through your dreams. Something about your dreams enlightened you that somebody was going through an initiation process. Remember the number 11, you're ruled by, sometimes on the cards, it doesn't show the number 2. It may show the Roman number 2, right? You were enlightened about something in your dreams, right? So it was like somebody was playing light to the dark side. Like somebody was playing, okay, we balance each other out. Like we balance each other out. Like we're gonna, it's like a person is saying, we're gonna balance something out. We're gonna balance something out. So somebody was very impulsive in balancing something out. And it lowered you and someone else's self-worth and your money significantly, whoever you are, because somebody made a decision that they are going to balance something out, balance out some kind of karma. So it's almost like a person said they will be your karma for something you may not even know what they're talking about. So somebody's saying, where's your card? It's like a human deciding they're going to bring judgment down on you and balance some things out and lower your abundance and your prosperity, and your money and your reputation. They're going to balance out your second house, right? Find out what your zodiac sign is in your 12th house. Somebody decided they're going to end you. Your 10th house, your 7th house. Well, obviously you don't have a 20th house. Your second house, because somebody's adding to your second house because they're adding peace, meaning that not only is source balancing something out for you and somebody, but it's going to really, really balance some things out for you, like in a major, major way. That's why I feel like somebody is, I don't necessarily like to use the word celebrity because I feel like everybody is celebrated. Something was done to a person between two people that was so emotionally overwhelming, they were drowning. Like, could have had them drowning in. I don't know what happened. Something happened that somebody was drowning and somebody decided to bring judgment down on you. You and somebody that you possibly were married to. Or are married to. A Virgo could be involved. A Capricorn could be involved. An Aries, a Scorpio. Someone's 10th house. You could be in your 10th house. You could be in your career and or your vocation. You could have answered the call in your life, which means you're thriving behind closed doors. And some energies wanted to bring judgment down on you. Because they may have felt like somebody, okay, you could have been married to somebody, whether y'all are married or no longer married or whatever the case may be, used to be married, whatever. But somebody felt like this person right here in the middle was on a high horse. Like almost basically like somebody thought they were better than everybody else because either you're married or you used to be married, or maybe you and your person, y'all are both successful, because I'm seeing the number 7 here. Maybe y'all both thriving behind closed doors, whether y'all together or not. And so some energy, you see black and white here, you see black and white here. Somebody was lamenting over something or crying. A Leo is involved in something. Leo Moon is involved in something. Somebody's mother could be Libra or have something to do with the justice system, who wanted to bring judgment down on somebody. Or somebody could be connected to the legal system in some way, shape, form, or fashion. All right, so let's dive into your reading. But stop dating people that represent your shadow self. So the conscious influence would be the Chariot card, right? And so this is a sign of strength, movement, and direction. And so you are consciously seeking to move forward with purpose. So something is moving. Something is moving behind the scenes secretly. Something is happening. And something is so overwhelming, like in terms of your spiritual gifts, that it actually pulled some energies into something. Like it actually pulled some people into something, right? So it could be you and someone else. It could be 2 other people. It's in something that's coming in twos, but there's a secret, there's a spirit behind it, right? So the moon is pulling out a lot of emotions around something, right? Because some people were like, oh, I was just kidding, I was just joking, but something made somebody cry. It pulled somebody down to such a low, they feel like they could just die. Like something pulled somebody down to such a low frequency. Like I said, the Judgment card is the near future, right? And So a spiritual awakening is on the horizon. This week may bring revelations or a call to step fully into your higher truth, right? Again, you're rising above any judgment. Like your spirit has left your body. Like basically you're rising above people judging you because you need to add to your peace in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like I said, there's a third party involved where people may have thought they were on their high horse because you and somebody balance someone out, right? And that would be equivalent to, like, you could be a mentor, you could be an auntie, an uncle, or mom, dad, whoever you are. And again, whether you're with somebody or not with somebody, you might balance each other out. Like you could have a person who is a strict disciplinarian, but you could, because you all are sweethearts, you could be the sweetheart, right? Whoever you are. And somebody felt like somebody was just on their high horse and they needed to knock them down a couple of pegs, but it was something was so overwhelming for somebody, it made them cry. So I don't know, you know, now people are saying, oh, I was just joking, I was just playing. But as you're putting the past behind you, two other energies are like, no, we need to pull you into something else. Like they basically, we need to share something else with you, right? So I don't know what that something else is. The way you perceive yourself is the Queen of Cups, right? You see yourself as intuitive, nurturing, and very compassionate. And so Spirit reminds you that your emotional depth is your strength, right? I feel like I say all the time, you all are sweethearts. I'm talking to men and women, you know, Cancers. And so that's, like I said, that's subjective. You may think that you're a sweetheart, but other people may think that you're faking it. They may think, oh, this person trying to mirror compassion. They're not really compassionate. When they were benefiting from your compassion, whoever these energies are, then you were the sweetest, nicest person in the world. And I'm quite sure, because I'm looking at this Pentacles card right here, you have physical evidence of them saying how nice and sweet and compassionate and all this you are. And so for somebody to now come back and say that you are mirroring compassion, or you're fake, or you're phony, or you're not that person, this Pentacles card lets me know that you have proof. You know, and so, yes, something had put you in a place of just sadness. Something has put you in a place of sadness, right? So all of this water also lets me know that whoever you are, somebody could have been recording your conversations, because water is reflective. But somebody could have been recording your conversations. And somebody could have, and that could also be something in the physical realm as well, right? Also in the physical realm as well. So what I'm picking up on, okay, several things here. Is Taurus rules second house, but it could also be the Hierophant card. So somebody could have been working with a religious organization, recording all your conversations and saying, well, you said I'm a sweetheart, you said I'm a really nice person. Two people could have been doing something, right? You said I was a sweetheart, you said I was a really nice person, you said this, you said that. Where's the card? So somebody's just looking for some kind of a win. Okay, it's two parts of this. Okay, so somebody feels like you're coming into a lot of money, right? Sources balancing things out. You're coming into a lot of money, right? They are connected to some people from your past, your shadow self, right? And so they feel like because you're coming into a lot of money, they have some recordings or whatever on you saying that they were, like I always say in my readings, Cancers are sweethearts, but there's always another side to that, right? So these would be people who recorded your conversations, who are looking for a payday, some kind of money, right? Looking for some kind of money. It's two sides to it. So the energy of money is very attracted to you all, for one, right? You'll know the spirit that's attached to it if they're saying, oh, but I have you on film, on recording, saying you say I was such a sweetheart, I was such a nice person, and you're supposed to be a high priestess energy, and you picked up on some energy, and now you're saying I'm being fake and phony and blah 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 blah. Maybe it's speaking to their financial situation. Who knows, right? This Tower card lets me know that you're divinely protected, whoever you are. It'll put you in a very vulnerable space of just maybe recognizing that maybe you shouldn't be so outpouring. I'm going to use that as terms of water when it comes to complimenting people, because especially if you feel like they're connected to other people who may be having financial difficulties, and because they won't break some kind of a chain because maybe somebody else has something on them. So this is several parts to this, that they're somehow trying to connect you to something. Okay, well, we got to get our money some kind of way. If they coming into a lot of money, we got to get our money some kind of way. Bottom line is, if you're connected to that kind of Cancer, it can even be another Cancer. Somebody feels like you're coming into a lot of money, so here come the lawsuits flying in. People want to just start, just taking money left and right because they feel like, okay, you just hit the jackpot with something. You got all these birds around you. You got all this fame, all these cameras clicking all over the place. You just won something. You're trying to rise above judgment of something. Here come all of these energies that created something that's trying to tie themselves to you, right? I'm looking for the number 7 again. I feel like whoever, if you're talking to, and people feel like it's like you're riding a high horse. It's like almost like, okay, you're riding this victory, like something major victory is happening here, that you're in between something. That's how I feel. If whoever you are, I feel like somebody is getting ready to hit celebrity status, and I don't necessarily know if I like the word celebrity, because I feel like everybody is celebrated here. So excuse me if I sound like I'm being redundant. But you're seeing a lot of birds for a reason, right? You may see a lot of birds near a bank, right? So people may be like, how people be chasing, like paparazzi be chasing people, like on TV. I don't know if I have any celebrities tuned in watching my channel or not. Like I said, I don't know what's a celebrity. You're a celebrity, whoever you are. People celebrating you somewhere. But I feel like whoever you are, you may have a lot of people chasing you, like, oh my God, blah, 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 asking you stuff. And people like, what is that? Is that Cancer? Whatever your name is, kids. Is that Cancer? I just go to school with Cancer. What? Hold on. Let me see if they owe me some money. Look, did they ever take my library book back to the library? Okay, so I'm going to have to take them to court because they never took that book back to the library I asked them to take. And I had to pay that 50-cent fine. And, how many years has this been? Let's get the calculator out. Let's see if we can add some interest onto that. Okay, $5,654. We can get them. Anyway, so Source is trying to help somebody like learn how to rise above, some kind of judgment of people thinking that you're on a high horse because you're thriving behind closed doors. I really feel like you've helped so many people with your spiritual gifts that you're being pulled into something else having to do with something that somebody's going to be saying they were just joking about something. Yeah, somebody may be saying they were just joking about something. Yeah, it's I'm looking at the duality of your reading here because I'm seeing the light and the dark side of something here. And somebody's taking a gamble on something. Somebody took a gamble on something one time before. They're taking a gamble on something again because they don't really want you to put the past behind you. It's almost like somebody saying, okay, you may have cried about something having to do with a death, the end of something, because 5 of Cups connects us with Scorpio. We're not talking about a Scorpio, just so we're crystal clear. You may have cried about something because that's the death card, right? And so somebody says, you know, well, let me take a gamble on something. They did something in secret. Let me take a gamble on something, right? Let me see something with this high priestess. Let me take a gamble on something. Let me pull, you know, them into something, right? Yeah, something has to do with death, and you rose above death. So somebody copied something. Either they copied, and something having to do with your Saturn return. Saturn return deals with like major things like your personal identifiable information. So somebody may have said, well, let me you know, copy their IDs, like copy whatever they're doing. Like you have a copycat, in other words, right? And so somehow you were pulled into something, but excuse me, something is coming through so strong for you all that I feel like somebody is about to be famous, like really, really famous. I don't like the word necessarily the word celebrity, but it could be involving somebody else who's famous, who died, right? But I feel like people are going to really know who you are. So if you had copycats and people were saying, oh, I was just playing, and they pulled you into some mess, it's about to put them on full display too. So let's say, for instance, somebody's running around, you know, they had made fake IDs saying that they were you or whatever the case may be. Something about you is about to become really famous. Somebody is about to be really, really famous. And people are going to be like, they did what? Somehow you got pulled into something else. And if you're a person who is a homebody, you'll be recognized everywhere you go for somebody. Just because you're thriving, just something that you're doing. I mean, so after you've already learned how to rise above the judgment of people who were already obsessed with what you got going on behind closed doors, because you're such a homebody, cancers are, people want to know who you are. You had all these copycats, and people are like, wait a minute, let's go do something secretly behind the scenes and find out what's going on here. Let's go find out something, right? Somebody who transitioned, you're related to somebody who transitioned, and you picked up on something, right? And you're already thriving behind closed doors. So it's almost like somebody is saying, it doesn't really, your moon sign could be Cancer, by the way. And I'm talking to Cancer, wherever Cancer is in your birth chart, but since Moon is leading it, your moon sign could be Cancer as well. You cried about something to somebody, and somebody recorded something secretly without your knowledge. Your head may have been down. You may want to really not paying attention to something, and somebody says, let's secretly go behind Cancer's back and find out something. Let's go find out the truth about something, right? Somebody may have thought that you had some other secrets, like let's go find out something, right? All this is going on. People talking about you behind your back. You on some high horse. You think you better than. All this other craziness people talk about people, right? Trying to bring judgment down on you. All this chaos is going. It's like a whole war is going on outside your door that you don't even know about. Here you are in the house. Yeah, da 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 da. You know, minding your business. You ain't even know what the heck is going on outside. Like just totally oblivious to stuff, right? It's almost like a famous person who is detached from. People would think that you're a famous person that's detached from reality, when really you're very comfortable in your home, Cancer, whoever you are. So that's what I'm picking up on so far. That's why this card is coming out here to say stop dating people that, you know, from your shadow self, because like get on your high horse. You're not looking down on anybody. You're not judging anybody. But do you even know who you related to? Do you know who you are? Like what the heck is going on with you? Like you don't know. Like somebody don't know. I feel like you're totally in the dark about something. People are starting to see you're genuinely a compassionate person. Like people could be watching you like this person is really true. All these people think they're on a high horse. They think they better than people. They thriving behind closed doors. You know, this person is normal. They cry, but I feel like you cry because you carry so many gifts. It's like you're like walking around like a wet sponge, and as soon as somebody presses, you know, one of those like the dimples in the sponge, then you cry like the little doll baby that's back in the day. Like I forgot the name of the baby, but the baby cries real tears, and you pull the hair a little bit, the hair grows. It's like one of them little dolls. Anyway, but you're a sweetheart. You really, really are. Somebody, you know what, I can't be the spokesperson for cancers. Cancers really are sweethearts. I know what people say about cancers, but water is reflective. So your environment, this has a lot to do with your water too, right? The more you learn how to go within and really pour into yourself, like I talk about, find out what your moon sign is and pour into stuff, people really start to see that y'all are really sweethearts. No matter what your physical appearance looks like, what people lied about you in the past, none of that stuff even matter. People really see that you are genuinely a compassionate person. Like no respecter of person, you're just a genuinely compassionate person. And the Tower card is your external changes may shape your environment, but they are divine interventions clearing space for truth. Meaning that when you start crying, you're basically saying goodbye to whoever you're crying in front of. I'm not going to see you again. You made me cry. I'm picking up on your energy, and I'm already carrying so many spiritual gifts on my back. I can't carry another. I'm filled up, right? I'm filled up. Like it's too much. Like it's just overwhelming, right? Your hopes and fears would be Two of Pentacles, and this is, you may fear imbalance yet hope to find flow. And so Spirit reminds you harmony comes through trust, not control. And I feel like you've been so weighed down, you know, with emotion because you carry so much. Because I feel like so many people and generationally have been trying to pass that baton on. Great-grandparents, great-grandparents, grandparents, whoever, parents passing these gifts down. I don't want this gift. This gift makes me cry. It's too overwhelming. Like I have this gift, this High Priestess gift is just too overwhelming. But something is about to make somebody really famous. Something is about to make somebody really, really famous. And I don't know that you want it. You know, the fame, you would rather probably be in your shell. So you're learning how to rise above judgment. But yeah, Two of Pentacles, some energies may have really lowered your money and lowered your self-worth because of them recording you and saying, people telling stuff about you, saying all kind, who knows what people are saying. But anyway, outcome is the World card. Completion and integration. A karmic cycle concludes, bringing wholeness, renewal, and alignment with your soul's journey. Very nice. Some people are going to want to pull you into something that's major that's happening right now, having to do with the Scorpio. This is Scorpio's card. You're somebody, like I said, you have so many gifts, it's not even funny. I feel like your ancestors all around you now, whatever bird you're seeing is basically just kind of sort of giving you, like foretelling you, this is how much security or protection you're going to need when you walk out the house. Because you already won something. You already won something. Judgment is coming down on somebody who was obsessed with ending you and upending you and someone else. They were obsessed with ending you and someone else. But something is so overwhelming right now. It speaks to motive. Like, okay. And something with 20, the number 20 could be significant to somebody. So something is about to come out. Something big is about to come out. So start enforcing your boundaries right now. If you don't feel like hanging out with people, or you get a feeling that, okay, you know, something is the last time that you're going to see. If you feel like you cried in front of some people and you feel like, okay, you're picking up on their emotions and that's just too much for you to, source is saying, you carry so much secret wisdom, it's not even funny. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not going to put an extended video on the Patreon side this time. Unless you all want me to, let me know. I'll put an extended one. But Cancer, this week is about emotional release, karmic endings, and spiritual awakening. The Virgo New Moon, grounding influence, and eclipse transformation continue to guide you into renewal. And so trust your intuition, embrace healing, and step into your next chapter, sending you love and light and blessings. Yeah, so some people decided to do something secretly behind your back, having to do with a Scorpio. And so 5, 6, and 7 of Cups deals with Scorpio. When you look up, when you're studying tarot cards, and I do, of course, I teach reading cards as well. But 5, 6, and 7 connects us with Scorpio. So something that made you cry prompted somebody to say, okay, this person doesn't look like what they've been through, but they don't look like they don't look like what they've been through when they come out of the house. You and somebody else don't look like what y'all been through, right? When y'all come outside, and that would be the 6 of Cups. But it's like a person who has a sixth sense, right? So you don't look like what you've been through when you come outside, but you have a sixth sense just like other people have a sixth sense, right? So you're trying to put the past behind you. Then we move on to 7 of Cups, obviously, which is not here, but it still keeps up in that Scorpio, that death energy, right? So just the thinking a Virgo could be involved in this. So your 6th house, look up your 6th house, look up also your 12th house. Something is going to put an end to a karmic cycle. Something is going to put an end to something around creativity, which can mean it's not ending your creativity. It could be in the entertainment or sports or, something like that. Something is so overwhelming to people. They just like, I can't even believe. It's like something about not just your gifts, but you in a physical sense comes around once in a blue moon. And something could be overwhelming for you in a sense like, okay, you just finished putting the past behind you for something. Remember, 6 and 7 of Cups is not on the table, right? You just trying to put an end to the past. But something for you and somebody else is pulling you into something else. Like, oh my God, you got to go back down memory lane, and you ain't trying to hear something, but your gifts have already shown you something, have already told you something, right? It's going to continue adding to you thriving behind closed doors. Because you're, like I said, it's some kind of winning streak is happening for you. Some kind of winning streak. And I don't even know that that's something that you plan, but somebody gonna need security. Security! Security! But you won't be dating people that represent your shadow self anymore, but you're gonna have a lot of energies attracted to you. So check your request list again. If you're a person that's single, I don't know if y'all ready to mingle or not, but there's gonna be a lot of energies that's attracted to you. Like, what? They related to who? I didn't know that. So if you're having downloads and dreams about even celebrities right now, there's a reason for that. Because Source is getting ready to put somebody in places where the same people you may be watching on TV or on social media, like you're being in those spaces, in those rooms. But make a list of pros and cons. Somebody's with succubus energy. Somebody is very attracted to your energy. But they have a sex demon attached to them. Being attractive does not mean it's a sexual attraction, but in this case, somebody is, what's the name of that movie? You ever watch these movies like one thing is connected to another, connected to another, connected to another. Something is pulling you back down will pull you back down into a lower frequency after you've already put the past behind you. You got a lot of information that's coming to you. Somebody bitter ex's lover wants you. Yeah. So whatever that means. But somebody met their match. Your inner child is very proud of you. Yeah. Somebody never stopped loving you. Trust your first mind. Trust your first mind. Your enemy's plan backfired. Like I said, this Tower card karma is swinging back around to somebody. It's swinging back around to somebody. It's almost like as soon as somebody heard that you were thriving behind closed doors, they felt like, oh, you're on your high horse. Somebody else balances you out. You're rising above judgment, or you were able to rise above judgment or something. People are seeing you as compassionate. It's like people want to be around you. People are very attracted to your energy, and somebody just decided they're going to bring a tower down on you. They're going to bring a tower down on you and somebody else. So, yeah. Angel Gabriel, the messenger of God, the messenger of God is with you. So that pour into yourself more. The spy is now turned on. And somebody has a demon of lust. So 2 people decided to play light and dark energy. Friend and foe. Light side, dark side, seen, unseen, known, unknown. They decided to play duality in your energy. But karma is coming back. Karma has already started. The moment. Yeah. It's like somebody felt like you weren't crying long enough, like you weren't grieving long enough. You stopped at grieving one thing or some other things. That somebody started talking about something, they may have recorded you while you had your head down. But you had a feeling about something, and somebody felt like you weren't crying long enough. Like how does a person determine how long a person cry? Like I feel like behind closed doors, people don't know whether you're crying or not. It's just that they needed to see you cry longer than that. Like, okay, we need to make them cry longer. We need to make them cry harder. That's why the karma is coming back so heavy. And that's why it's coming back so overwhelming. Almost like you weren't crying hard enough. You weren't crying long enough. Somebody needed to see you grieve. Like somebody really wanted to see you grieve. Like not knowing what goes on with you behind closed doors. Your ancestors are very proud of you. So speak some things into existence, right? Make room for a new blessing. Yeah. I've never understood that. Okay, you see a person cry. Where's the compassion? You see a person crying. You want to see them cry harder. You want to see them cry longer. You just want to see them just... What you want to see? Somebody rolling around on the floor, banging their fists on the floor, the tears flying out like they show in the cartoons. Like what kind of... You are an answered prayer. So, new love awaits. Like I said, somebody could have new love coming across their path. So, I mean, congratulations to whoever you are. Somebody getting married. But you're going to rise above judgment with that too. So, you could be marrying somebody that people never thought that you'd marry. And people could have been, judging you. Who knows? Look, y'all, I'm just reading the cards. I mean, I ain't trying to be nosy, but I mean, we could take a little peek and see who is the person. No, let me stop. So no, but your ancestors are very, very proud of you. They're very, very proud. You could have been having dreams about this person, really. You could have been having some dreams that was overwhelming you and overwhelming them. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. So this was upside down. So, whereas one energy that you thought would have done the due diligence of getting to the root of something, they ain't want to get to the root of something. But somebody else who are starting to see that your gifts are overwhelming for them, they may have been overwhelming for you, even in your dream. I feel like somebody knows how to astral project, astral travel, like in the movie The Scrooge and Christmas Carol, where Ebenezer Scrooge was taken back to his past life, current and future life, right? But you saw this base card came up upside down. So there was somebody who was not willing to get to the root of your gifts. They just didn't believe you. They were on that side of like, we don't believe in that mess. We don't believe in that mess. That psychic gift mess. Even though psychic gifts lets me know that at the end, this is what psychic gifts really are, y'all. Just in plain language. It really is, when you get to the end of every cycle, you take the time to go within and process the lessons learned. Best practices, like in your project at work, and you say, okay, what was the lessons learned? What was the best practices? What could we have done better? SWOT report, right? So, but somebody else who... somebody else said, hey, I want to get to the root of it. Like, I want to know about these gifts. That's all psychic gifts are. That's really all they are. It's just like, what are and some people pass that knowledge down from generation to generation to generation. Hey, slow down. You got 8 major moon phases within one cycle. That's 29 and a half days, right? While this moon is waxing and waning, take the time to go within, right? What are the best practice? What are the lessons learned? What are the best practices? What did you learn? So by the time you come out of your, when it's in the masculine, when the moon moves to a masculine sign, you start learning, what does this mean, right? Somebody wasn't willing to get to the root of it because they didn't believe in that demonic stuff, right? So, like I said, you gotta be careful of what you're demonizing, because that's all psychic gifts are. It's like, okay, what you didn't know then, you know now. You know, what smell you wasn't familiar with before, you now know what that smell is. You know, what your palate didn't have a taste for before, because maybe it was something new for you, now you have a taste for it. That's all. That's really, I mean, in plain language, that is what psychic gifts are. That's it. Nothing spooky, weird, strange, crazy, none of that. Something has been passed down to you from generation to generation to generation. You just took the baton. That's it. So it's like somebody just put a stick in the soil and was just like, okay, that's it. It's over. So here we have the sacral chakra questions. Right, I'm going to give you 12 questions. You can write these questions down. I know this is kind of lengthy. I didn't want to put it over on the Patreon side. This time I'm going to put up your prediction videos over there, for those of you all who follow me there and over here. So I'm going to put your full moon prediction videos taking you throughout the entire cycle. First question is, do you find it easy to feel and express your emotions? This is not for somebody else to answer the questions for you. You know yourself better than anybody else. Second question is, do you enjoy change and adapt to it easily? The third question is, are you playful like a kid? Fourth question is, do you feel a strong need to be emotionally connected to people? Fifth question is, are you able to let go and just go with the flow? The sixth question is, do you feel comfortable with both intimacy and lust? Seventh question is, do you participate in any forms of art? This is speaking to your sacral chakra, right? The eighth question is, do you feel a need for a variety in your life? Ninth question is, are you sensitive to the emotions and moods of others? 10th question is, are you creative? 11th question is, are you emotional and passionate person? So 11th is, are you emotional and a passionate person? An emotional and passionate person. 12th question is, are you able to fully enjoy pleasurable experiences? Whatever that means, right? So, all right. Yeah, it looks like somebody from your past may have been overwhelmed by your gifts, but they didn't want to get to the root of something. So they just said, hey, that person's crazy. They cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Somebody else said, nah, hold on now. Here we have fertility. So you're fertile in what you seed. You're fertile in what you seed. So somebody could have planted a seed that you was nuts, right? And it could have grown, you know, burst through the soil, and people could have been like, and they could have really lowered your money, and it could have really lowered your self-worth or self-esteem for some of you all. But then somebody else said, nah, let me get to the root of this. Let me find out what's going on. And realize, wow, this person is really, really gifted. Like, whoever you are, you really are a light high priestess. So congratulations to whoever you are. But what I've been saying the whole time, y'all are sweethearts. But if somebody feel like they had a bad experience with you, then what are they going to tell people? They're going to tell people you got five different personalities. You need your head examined, right? So here we have surrender. So sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. So, yeah. Somebody was trying to get to the root of something, I guess. Looking at your cards here. I guess somebody was trying to get to the root of something. Let me see what else we got. Oh, let me see. We got the chakras card. But yeah, you gotta, if you've been seeing a lot of birds, that your ancestors, like, get ready. You got to have a whole lot of people around you. So, power shield. So solar plexus chakra. So yeah, put on the full armor. Put on the full armor. You can do it like the little engine that could. Continue loving what you see when you look in the mirror, whoever you are. Continue loving what you see when you look in the mirror. Yeah. Yeah, you're built you're built tough, right? And so you know who you are when you look in the mirror. I feel like somebody recorded or took a film or like video or recorded you when you had your head down. You could have been crying about something and somebody could have recorded something and may have told people that you gave the people the impression that you were better than. Who knows? I mean, I don't even want to be on that frequency. I mean, maybe because you come out the house, maybe you live a soft life, you know, whoever you are. You know, half people believe this, half people believe that. Y'all know what I believe. I believe Cancers are, but I speak highly of all zodiac signs because I really want people to get away from people who are just determined to overwhelm people with the dark side possibly of themselves, and want people to start seeing themselves at a higher frequency. And part of my assignment is to go down to a lower frequency to pull you back up to a higher frequency, not to placate somebody, but just really see yourself in a higher light. Like, love what you see when you look in the mirror. Like, love what you see when you look in the mirror. So whoever you are, you're very powerful. Your gifts are very, very powerful. But this is a long reading. Somebody's about to find out you're connected to you're related to somebody who's famous. Your gifts have been overwhelming. Somebody comes from a highly gifted family. I mean, it's just so, this reading can go on for another couple of minutes. But anyway, I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. So somebody was trying to get to the root of something, but new love awaits for you. And so you are an answered prayer to a lot of people. All right, so get ready. You're gonna have a lot of eyes, a lot of people around you want to, you know, look at you and touch your shoulders and look at you and be like, is this person real? So that's what I have for you, Cancers. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. Okay, bye.